Hi yogis, I'm Nicole. Welcome back to My Yoga Time. Thanks for joining me today. I have another feel-good slow flow practice for you, the perfect class to kickstart your day or even to end the day to undo all the tension that you've accumulated throughout. So remember that the magic in your practice lies with the breath. Try to frame the movement within your breath. So begin the breath before the movement. Once you've mastered that, see if you can finish the movement before the breath. One block for this practice. When you're ready, come on over to all fours into your tabletop position. And when you're ready, let's gently place the tip of the tongue where the teeth meet the roof of the mouth and commencing your ujjayi breath. So finding that little tone in the back of your throat. You should hear the sound of your breath in the throat, not the nose. And when you're ready, let's begin to inhale slowly, drop the belly, lift the gaze. And then as you exhale, start to round the spine, lift the palms and sit back as though you're coming into a child's pose, but the head won't meet the floor. Begin to inhale, then return to the tabletop, find your back bend. Begin to exhale, then round the spine, sit the hips back. One more. If a toe squat is an option for you, tuck those toes under and sit back onto the heels. If this isn't an option for you, just come into a cross-legged position and you can still practice the same arm variation. Take the hands behind you, interlace the fingers. Hands over to the left, point the elbow to the left and turn the head. Then drop the ear towards the shoulder and lift the chin diagonally. Bring the head back to center, take the hands over to the other side. Drop the ear, lift the chin. And release. Well done, yogis. Coming back to all fours. If you're in your toe squat, you might like to pat out the feet. And then we'll raise the right leg, dorsal flex the foot, and also the left arm. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring the elbow to the knee, round the spine. Inhale to reach back out. Exhale. Inhale. Last one, exhale. And as you inhale, return the left hand to the floor, reach the right leg back, then cross it over. Look over your shoulder towards your heel. Either stay there or cross the right arm as well. Breathe into the side body. And let's bring the palm back. Take the right leg all the way out to the right side. Hands can walk over to the left, coming into your gate pose. So you can always use the block here underneath the left hand if you need to. We've got the right foot, left knee, left hand in one straight line. Option 1 to stay here, maybe reach the arm overhead. Option 2, flow with your breath. As you exhale, sit down, sweep the arm in front of the body towards the foot. And then as you inhale, return to your gate pose. Gently press the hips forward. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Coming all the way up now. Either hold your gate pose as we are, otherwise reach the fingertips up to the ceiling and hover that right foot off the floor as well. Lower the foot down, return to your gate. And then bring the hands back to the center of the mat and we'll thread the needle. Left arm underneath the right. Bring the shoulder and the ear to the mat. Right elbow can point up towards the ceiling and firm the left arm down into the mat. Be with your breath. Let's inhale to press back up. Bring the right leg in. Raise the left leg and the right arm. On your next exhalation, elbow to knee, round the spine. Inhale to reach out. 2 more. Lower the right hand down, cross the left leg behind the right. Option to cross the left arm over as well. And bring the palms back to center. Take the left leg out to the side. Walking hands over to the right, find your gate pose, either with or without your block. Option to stay there, sending those hips forward, or take your flow. Remember to frame the movement within the breath. Either holding your gate pose, otherwise reaching those left fingertips up to the ceiling and raise that left leg. Be sure to tuck the chin in and move the neck back rather than letting the head hang. Your drishti can be your right fingertips or your left thumb. Well done. Lower that foot down, reach the arm overhead, and then return to center, threading the needle, right arm underneath the left. Gently squeezing the shoulder blades towards one another, firming down through that right arm. And finding your way back up. Bringing that left leg in. Let's tuck those toes under. Make sure your hands are as wide as the mat, pinky fingers just meeting the edges of the mat. Inhale, find your back bend. Exhale, around the spine, downward facing dog, hips up and back. Option to stay here, otherwise raise the right leg and open the hip. Bend the knee, point the knee up to the ceiling and look under your armpit. Be sure to flex the right foot as though you're kicking something away. Straighten the leg, square the hips and step through. Let's ground the left foot on a 45-degree angle for warrior one, but take your feet hip width apart. Then press into both feet, come to stand, hands to the heart. So once again, the feet are tracking hip width apart. I'm not looking for that heel to heel alignment today. Hands to prayer. Let's press into both feet evenly as though you're stretching the mat. And when you inhale, bend the knee, open the chest. Exhale, arms forward, round the spine. Inhale, arms up, warrior one. Exhale and twist, wrap the hands around the waist. Keep that right knee open. Look down to the heel. Inhale, right arm up, lean back. Exhale, triangle pose. Straighten the right leg, bring the right hand down. Then as you inhale, take the left arm up. Exhale, return to the start. Hands to the heart, face the front. Let's go again. Inhale. Exhale. Arms up, inhale. Exhale to twist. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, return to the start. Third and final round with an extra pose thrown in as an option, which you may or may not need your block for. When you're ready, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left arm up. Gently pressing into both feet and breathing into all 4 limbs. Option 1, stay here for a few more breaths. Option 2, take that left hand back to the hip. Half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Bend in your right knee. A few baby steps in if you need. And of course you can use the block under your hand, or maybe you can have the hand on the floor. Feel as though you're dragging the right hand towards the right leg. Dorsal flex the left foot and tuck the tailbone under. Maybe the left arm can lift up. Final option, if you'd like, bend the knee and collect the foot. Bring a little back bend in. Kick the foot into the hand. And if you're in your triangle pose, step your left foot up next to the right. If you're in your balance pose, release the foot if you have it, and then lower down, left foot next to the right. Inhale, halfway up, look forward. Option 1, you'll bend the knees and lift the arms, chair pose. Option 2, you'll sink a little bit lower, take the bottom towards the heels for a squat. Well done, yogis. Downward facing dog. Left leg up. Option to open the hip and bend the knee. Even effort through both arms. Straighten the legs, square the hips, step it through. Warrior 1 legs, feet tracking, hip width apart. Press to stand. Follow the in-breath. Breathe out, round the spine, draw the belly in. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to twist, keep that left knee pressing open. Inhale, side bend. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, the right arm up. Exhale, return to the start. Let's go again. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale to twist. Spacious in breath into the side waist. Press into both feet as you transition into your triangle. Inhaling the right arm up. Return to the start. Third and final round. Option to hold your triangle pose for a few breaths, otherwise step into your balance with or without your block. Option to take a hold of the foot and find your back bend. Wherever you are, one last spacious inhalation. Then as you exhale, forward fold, right foot next to the left. Half lift as you inhale. Bow down as you exhale, hands to calves. Either take your chair pose or your squat. Downward facing dog. And if you have an empty stomach, if you haven't eaten for a few hours, you don't have any stomach ulcers, hernias, Ladies, you're not menstruating or pregnant. I invite you to practice Uddiyana Bandha with me in your downward facing dog. So let's inhale. Exhale through the mouth and then hold the out-breath retention. Draw your belly up and in towards the spine and gently tuck in your chin. Move your neck back. Then relax your belly. Inhale smoothly. And return to your natural breath. Feel free to rest in child's pose, or you might like to practice that one more time. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth completely. Draw your belly up and in towards the spine. And then soften the belly when you need to. Sip the inhalation. And then exhale, knees to the mat. Option to take your child's pose or crocodile pose on your belly or puppy pose, whichever feels best for your shoulders, your hips and knees. Well done, yogis. Let's lower into a forearm plank. Have those elbows underneath the shoulders, tucking the toes under and rounding out the back side of the body. As your tailbone tucks, upper back rounds a little. You're spreading out that skin across the shoulders, keeping the jaw relaxed. And lower down. Untuck the toes, Superman Cobra. Reach the hands out in front. Heart is lifted. And try and drag those hands back towards your hips. Well done, yogis. Let's lower down and roll over onto your back. Let's rest with those palms next to the hips, feet about hip width apart. We will move in and out of our bridge pose with the breath. Press down through the feet, and as you inhale, lift the arms and the hips. Take a moment to pause. Then lift up the heels and exhale slowly, lower back down. When you touch down, take a hold of the knees, hug them into the chest. Then as you inhale, lower the feet down, lift up the arms and the hips. Pause. And then as you exhale, lift the heels, lower down slowly, collect the knees on your way down. The inhalation returns the feet to the floor, lift the arms and the hips. The exhalation lowers back down, hugging thighs into the chest. Let's go again, last one. This time we're going to hold our bridge pose. You might choose to keep the arms overhead, or you can bring them back down by your side, or even interlace the hands and tuck the shoulders under. Just make sure your arms are straight if you are interlacing those fingers. Be with your breath. Let's lift up the heels, release the hands, and slowly lower down. And same as before, we'll hug the knees into the chest. And then this time as you inhale, stack the knees above the hips, imprint your lower back into the mat, and then lift head and shoulders off the floor. Well done, lower down. Let's recruit our block. And we'll place that one in between your thighs. Just move the hips a touch to the left, maybe a centimetre or two, and then lift up those feet. We want to squeeze the thighs in on the block and take the arms out to the side. As you exhale, bring the legs over to the right, 45 degrees only, and then we'll inhale back to center. So squeezing in on the block here will help to engage your core and support your back. Exhale over once again. Inhale back to center. And let's come all the way over this time. If you can, knees will be at the same height as the hips. If you need a little extra support, you can place another block or a pillow or a blanket underneath that right leg. So before we settle into the twist, we'll bring a little movement into the upper body. So roll over onto your right side for me. Take your left palm on top of the right. Option 1 is here. Option 2, reach that palm beyond the right, look down, maybe back over your shoulder. And then as you inhale, trace that left palm along the inner right arm, all the way out to the left. Then as you exhale, left hand returns to the heart, traces along the inner arm, look down to the mat or over your shoulder. Inhaling to open the body. Keep as much contact with the palm along the arm as you can. Last time, exhale. And then we'll inhale into our twist where we'll stay. Option to keep the arms exactly as they are in that T shape. You can lift the head briefly, move the back of the head to the right, and then turn the head to the left. Take a deep inhalation into the lower body. Feel the belly and the low back expand. And then pause, hold the breath. Before you exhale slowly, drawing the navel in towards the spine. In your next breath, I'm going to count your exhalation. We'll breathe out to the count of 5. So let's breathe out together. Then inhale smoothly and deeply. And pause. And then exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And squeeze those thighs in on the block. Come back to the center of the mat. Lower the feet down and then move the hips a few centimeters over to the right side. We'll practice that same sequence again. Feet lifting up, imprint your lower back. And then as you exhale, knees to the left, 45 degrees. And then inhale back to center. Third time, coming all the way down, and then you can roll over onto your left side. Right palm on top of the left, maybe reaches beyond. Look down to the mat and over your shoulder. And then as you inhale, right hand traces along the inner arm, take it out to the side, turn your head. Exhaling over to the left, looking down to the mat over your shoulder. Then inhaling out. Third and final round. Option to lift the head and move the back of the head a touch to the left before turning to the right. Deepening your twist by deepening the breath. So let's breathe out together. And then inhale smoothly, deeply, and pause. And let's exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze the thighs in on the block, come back to center. Let's lower the feet down, take the block to the side, and moving into Shavasana, allowing the legs to straighten and relax, tucking those shoulders under, softening the forehead, letting the eyes roll back, tongue and jaw relaxed. And let's do one last breath together. Breathing out. And inhale smoothly, deeply, and pause. And exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And taking a moment in this spaciousness, quietness. Let's begin to wiggle our toes and fingers. Swallow if the mouth is dry. Become aware of the body laying on the mat. And following any urges to stretch. Rolling to your preferred side whenever you're ready. And coming up to seated when you're ready to continue on with your day. Thank you, yogis, for practicing with me. I hope that you enjoyed our slow flow today. Please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's the best way to support free yoga on YouTube. Wishing you a lovely day.